In the world of Vedic astrology, we talk a lot about the sun, the moon, and all the planets. But what if I told you that two of the absolute most powerful forces in your chart, well, they aren't even physical things? Today we are diving deep into the incredible mystery of Rahu and Ketu. Yeah, just think about that for a second. It kind of messes with our whole idea of what a planet even is, right? We're not talking about big balls of rock or gas floating out in space. Nope. We're talking about something way more abstract, but believe me, just as powerful.
So the ancient seers had a perfect name for them, Chhaya Grahas. It literally means shadow planets, and that's the key right there. They have a precise mathematical position in the sky that we can calculate, but there's nothing actually there. No mass, no substance. They are pure points of cosmic energy. So you're probably asking, if they're not physical, then what on earth are they? Well, to get that, we actually have to look at some real-deal astronomy. This isn't just myth and legend, it's grounded in the actual mechanics of our solar system.
Okay, let's get one thing straight from a scientific point of view. Rahu and Ketu aren't planets. They are what astronomers call the lunar nodes. They're not objects, they are points of intersection. And that single idea, intersection, is the key to understanding all of their power.
Picture this. Imagine two giant, invisible hula hoops out in space. The first hoop is the ecliptic. That's the flat path the Earth travels on its journey around the sun. The second hoop is the moon's path around the Earth. But here's the trick. It's tilted a little bit, about 5 degrees. Rahu and Ketu are simply the 2 points where those two cosmic hoops cross over. That's it.
And here's what's so cool about it. These two intersection points, the north node and the south node, are always perfectly, directly opposite each other in the sky. If you could draw a straight line from one right through the center of the Earth, you'd hit the other one on the far side. That perfect 180-degree apposition is absolutely fundamental to what they mean in astrology. And this is where it all clicks into place. Why are these two random points so important? Because this is where eclipses happen. When the sun, moon, and Earth line up perfectly at these nodes, one body casts a shadow on another. This is literally where the name shadow planets comes from. They are the points in space that create the shadows. Okay, so that's the astronomy. Pretty cool, right? But now, let's see how that simple piece of cosmic geometry gets turned into some of the most profound astrology you can imagine. The ancient masters saw these points of cosmic shadow as a mirror for the shadows within us, the shadows of our karma.
You see, in your birth chart, that line stretching between Rahu and Ketu forms what's called the karmic axis. Think of it like a compass for your soul in this lifetime. It points from where you've been to where you desperately need to go. It is the core tension between your past and your future. And here's the deal. They're total opposites. Ketu, the south node, is like your karmic baggage claim. It's all the stuff you're bringing with you from past lives, the talents you've already mastered, the patterns you know. It's your comfort zone. Rahu, the north node, is the exact opposite. It's the new, unfamiliar territory. It's the quest you're on this time around, fueled by desire and ambition that pulls you forward.
Now, astrologically, Rahu and Ketu are like cosmic chameleons. They don't really have their own distinct personalities. They just absorb and amplify the energy around them. The ancient texts say that Rahu often acts a lot like the heavy hitter Saturn, while Ketu can have the sharp, sudden energy of Mars. And as you can see, they have this whole complex web of friends and enemies among the other planets, which totally changes how their influence plays out. Now, you're going to hear the word malefic thrown around a lot with these two, but don't freak out. It doesn't mean evil, not at all. It just means they bring challenges, difficult but totally necessary lessons. They point to the exact spots in our lives where our past karma is creating the friction we need to grow. Okay, that's all the theory, but what does this actually feel like? You know, how do these abstract points show up in our actual day-to-day lives? Let's break down how they work. Rahu is that voice in your head that just says, more. It is obsession. It's that relentless drive for fame, for power, for wealth, for experiences you've never had. It governs things that feel foreign, unconventional, even a bit taboo, like mass media, new technologies, intoxicants. It's an unquenchable thirst that pushes you deeper and deeper into the material world. And then you've got Ketu, which is the complete opposite. It's the energy of release.
Ketu brings sudden, out-of-the-blue events that can just sever your attachments to things. It represents all those skills you mastered in a past life, but it can also make you feel, well, a bit detached and isolated. Its ultimate goal is to push you inward, away from the chase and toward spiritual liberation. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the great paradox of Rahu. It can give you everything the world says you should want: success, fame, power. You can have it all. But so often it leaves you with this deep inner emptiness. It's that classic story, right? Gaining the world, but feeling like you've lost a part of yourself.
So, the big takeaway here is that Rahu and Ketu are basically giant cosmic amplifiers. They never act alone. They just magnify the energy of whatever they're touching. For instance, if Rahu is hanging out with lucky Jupiter, it might amplify a desire for wisdom and knowledge. But if Rahu is with fiery Mars, that could amplify a ruthless desire for conquest. Their shadowy nature just soaks up and blasts out whatever energy is nearby. Which, of course, brings us to the biggest question of all. When you look at this powerful karmic axis in your own chart, are you looking at a destiny that's already written in stone? Or are you seeing a path where you still have a choice? And the answer is, it's both. They represent the cosmic playing field of your life. Ketu is the fate that was written by your past actions. Rahu is the future that your free will is being pulled toward, a future you get to help create. Together, they are the central drama of your personal story, that eternal human tension between the material world's grip and the soul's deep longing for freedom. It is the axis of your karma.